Welcome. Join me in my meditation on Matthew 24, verses 9 through 14, as I play some disc golf and seek to glorify the Lord for His Word, for His world, and for His Redeemer. Here in Matthew 24, Jesus is answering the disciples' questions about when the temple will be destroyed, what will be the signs of His coming, and the end of the age. Jesus has told them clearly that false Christ rising up to lead others astray, that famines and wars and rumors of wars and earthquakes are only birth pangs of the coming of the end of the age. But then He tells them that then they will deliver you up to tribulation, to persecution. They will put you to death, and you'll be hated by many for my name's sake. Jesus would have them see that though it's the beginning of the birth pangs, it doesn't mean that it won't be hard. And in fact, it'll be very hard. We might notice that Jesus is not particularly interested in giving His disciples the exact time and place. Instead, He's interested in preparing them for the tribulation that is to come. We'll remember that He started this conversation in verse 4 with the caution to say, "See that no one leads you astray." He warns them that many will fall away and betray one another and hate one another. And again, He warns of false prophets that will lead many astray, joining those false Christs in leading people astray. He also warns that lawlessness will increase, and that because of this, the love of many will grow cold. But Jesus also provides hope when He says, "But the one who endures to the end will be saved." But Jesus adds to this the good news that this gospel of the kingdom will be proclaimed throughout the whole world. The gospel will serve as a testimony to all nations. Honestly, Jesus' outlook feels really bleak. Wars and famines and earthquakes mark the beginning. Tribulations, persecutions, betrayals mark the middle. But at the end, the gospel has gone forth in power, and many will be saved. The range of being hated by the nations and yet testifying to the glory of the gospel to the nations should bring us hope and life and joy. Jesus has not given them a down-to-the-minute estimate answer to their question, but He's given them their marching orders as they pursue and move toward the end of the age, that the whole world would hear the gospel. It's our job not to be led astray, not to fall to false prophets, though many will. It's our job to proclaim the gospel in truth. We're to not be dismayed when we're betrayed or the world hates us. For these things happened to the apostles, to Jesus' first hearers, and they will happen day by day to us. But only when the gospel has filled the whole earth will the end come. I fear for my current place and time that we live in verse 12, that lawlessness is increasing and that the love of many is growing cold. And so my prayer is that we would push back against the lawlessness, against growing cold in our loves and affections. So may we rejoice in Christ today, who has promised that this gospel of the kingdom will be proclaimed to all nations. May we meditate on His word that we might be able to stand firm to the end, not surprised by betrayals, but also avoiding being the betrayer. And may we enjoy the world God has made as we look forward to that new world which is to come after the gospel has been proclaimed as a testimony to all the nations, when the end comes and Christ returns. I hope you'll join me next time.